Sometimes the talk has got to be real. Arrow.net, ARROE.net. We are unplugged and totally uncut with Ken Seeley.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Fantastic. We got to start it off with a real honest-to-God question in the way of what is the addiction this side of COVID-19 and the lockdown versus what is the accepted addiction? Do you know what I mean by that?
No, what do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that there are people that are drinking too much. They're popping pills. They're not doing the intervention at a time when they need to be doing the intervention until it's too late.
Totally, because of COVID, right? I mean, they're isolated, they're drinking, and now they're coming out in the world, and it's running rampant. I think we're going to see a huge increase in deaths this coming year. Yep, I'm
totally with you. And I have this fear that a lot of people don't understand. And that's why we need intervention on A&E, because in reality, you're a coach to us. We're vicariously, we are learning through you.
Yeah, I feel really fortunate to be a part of it because millions of people are watching to see, we don't have to wait until they die. We don't have to wait until it gets so bad. And they jump in and they start doing interventions. I mean, interventionists are so busy all over the country because of the show on A&E.
One of the things that I've taken note of and really done a lot of research on, and that is that people are investing in these online conversations with people that can help them. I like the face-to-face time. I mean, are you the same way?
Yeah, I love the face-to-face, especially in meetings and all of that. But, Zoom has opened up a new world for us where, so many people are scared to death for face-to-face. Mm-hmm. So if they get behind their phone or their computer and they're able to break open that, awareness to wanting help, then so be it. Let's help those people.
Let's talk about Amber Rose. I mean, Amber Rose, we have a friendship thing going on here, and you don't hear too many stories about friends rescuing friends. It's usually family members.
Correct. Yep. It's rare that friends do friends.
It's rare to have a friend anymore. We sit there and we basically, just conk people out in a heartbeat. We'll take them off our list and they're gone. It's okay. I'll make new friends.
Yep, that's just today's society, and it's sad. And, to have her really jump in there and care about somebody that much to, want to help them as a family member is just really rare and unfortunate because it takes the friend, it takes the family to see how sick they are to want to intervene.
When someone reaches a point of destruction, isn't that too far? I mean, we've seen the signals, we've seen the signs, they've been with us at dinners and we've gone out, but nobody is making a move until it's too late. Why is that?
I'm so glad that you just brought that up because I just did an intervention, and for the last 7 years, the family has been telling the dad, please help him. Please stop enabling. Please stop paying for things. And he just didn't. And right now, we took him to treatment, but now he's in a psych ward because we don't know if it was drug induced or if it really, messed up his brain by being on meth for so many years.
I can relate with that. My brother went to prison because of meth. I can so relate, and I think that's probably my connection to your show, Intervention, is because they had to do something like that for him.
Yeah, and that was my drug of choice, when I was on drugs. So I know how bad it gets, and it's devastating to watch, family, loved ones, they see how bad it's getting. And, intervene. It's on A&E.
We were talking about the intervention and stuff like that because it seems like that we wait to the last minute to find rescue.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, I just did an intervention and the person is so sick, 7 years. The family's been saying, do something. And now it's affected his brain. And now he's in a psych ward and we don't know if it's drug induced or if it's real. Is this going to be permanent damage? So intervene, do not wait. jump in and do something for the person instead of waiting to the bitter end.
One of the things that I've taken note of is that, something that starts off with a glass of wine leads to a shot of something, leads to a stronger form of alcohol, 40 proof, 100 proof. Now we're doing Everclear. Those are the signs. How can we stop somebody in the middle of that racetrack?
Well, what you just said, exactly right. Those are the beginning signs. Start there and just open up the door and ask, is everything okay? Can we get you into some kind of counseling? Because it doesn't have to get that bad where they're intervening at the bitter end. That's what you're seeing on the A&E show. These people are at their wits' end. They're at the bitter end of the disease, at the rock bottom when we intervene. But you don't have to wait that long. Do it when they're having those extra shots. Do it when they're having those extra drinks and other people are kind of like putting it down and slowing down, but you see your friend or your loved one continue to drink heavy.
How dangerous are the enablers? Because they seem to come across as very innocent, and yet the enablers are kind of dangerous, are they not?
I believe that more people die from the addiction, from enabling than the addiction itself. Because if you would let somebody hit their rock bottom without the enabling, they would get sober. Because the enabler, and that's what I think is really going to be important in this season of intervention on A&E, is that you're going to get to see that the enabling is what really is damaging. Because if you jump in early on, you have a better chance at saving their life.
There are so many different types of addiction, from food to sex to alcohol. And I'm also a firm believer that creativity is a huge addiction as well. And that a lot of people who are trying to get back to work and things like that don't know how to start up that monster again, or they've been taken over by a creative monster that started during the lockdown and they don't know how to quiet that thing down.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the tip of the iceberg right now. We're going to see in this next year, next few years, we're going to see a lot of, destruction. We're going to see a lot of illness, a lot of deaths. I think last year it was up to 100,000. I think they're projecting like 125,000 this coming year. It's getting really, really bad. So look out. I mean, it's coming. Wave is coming.
And intervention on A&E needs to be seen by the young adults as well, because here in the Carolinas, opioid abuse is just through the stinking roof. And we've got to figure out a way to start communicating.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it's hitting those young adults, right? I mean, they're coming in with the opiates, the pills, and then they get to the heroin, and then they hit fentanyl. And then their drug of choice is fentanyl that's killing people every single day. And they don't realize how potent it is. And that becomes their drug of choice. And they just do that. I don't think anybody's really, I would say 90% of them really aren't trying to commit suicide.
Right.
They just end up dying from this.
Well, everybody wants that high. I mean, I want to go a little bit higher. I want to go a little bit higher. You only live once. Let me go a little bit higher.
Yep. That's it. That's exactly it. And that little bit higher just takes them right over the edge and they're gone. We lose them.
I love me some Johnny Depp, but boy, he sure made it look like it's easy to kick that little drug habit. And I know for a fact it is not an easy journey.
It is very difficult. I mean, there's so many, it's so layered, like, not only in enabling, like we just talked about, right? You have the enabler there. But it's not only the enabling that keeps the addiction alive, but it's the traumas. So first you got to break off and snap off the enabling, and you're going to see a lot of that in this season of intervention. So we break off the enabling, but then after you break off the enabling, now you got to deal with the trauma, and figure out why you're using. What were the traumatic experiences that keep you needing to numb yourself? What is that? And then how do you work through that? So it's a long, hard process. It's not easy.
Oh, my God. We need intervention on A&E like you would not believe. And I can't thank you enough for you as well as everybody who is a part of this team, because once again, you are serving as an open door for a lot of people.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for watching it.
Well, please come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you, Ken.
I'd love to. It's an honor.
All right, man. You be brilliant today, sir.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day.